gonna talk about fishing. For sale by owners and fishing. What do these two things have in common? For sale by owners. They know they have a goal in mind. I'm going to sell my house, and I read online somewhere that I could save money if I didn't use a real estate agent. Well, first let's start with some facts. The 2015 for sale by owner facts. Here's some numbers. 89% of all for sale by owners last year were sold with the help of a real estate agent. So if you think you're going to sell your house for sale by owner and get a good deal by not paying a commission, you're really missing out on a big scope of the market. 89% versus 11%. Nationwide. This is all very interesting. How does it relate to fishing? And it's pretty simple. When you're fishing, what is your goal? I mean, for some of you, it's probably just to drink beer and get a good tan and get away from your family or whatever. Honestly, I don't know why people fish. I think it's kind of a waste of time, unless you have one of those things where you can like put it in the ground and then kind of walk away and then come back to it later. A lot of rigmarole over a muddy water fish in the middle of the United States. But my opinion on fishing doesn't really matter. The people who fish, what is the goal of fishing? But I think we can all agree catching the largest fish is the goal of fishing. That's why they have competitions and they weigh these fish. And it's all about the size of the fish. When trying to catch the biggest fish, and you are presented two different nets, one tiny little net, 11% net, or a giant net, which one will you choose? My guess is that you're going to choose the biggest net. Everybody's going to choose the biggest net. Why would you choose a small net? I'd be like, listen, I don't have all day to sit out here and try to catch a fish in a tiny little net. Give me that large net and I'll just scrape it across the entire lake and call it a day. It's pretty much a no-brainer. Obviously, a bigger net will increase your odds of catching the biggest fish. I think we all can agree on that. Now I'm going to make it a little bit more complicated. You can use both nets. Heck yeah! Two better than one. One's teeny. What's the catch? Fishing pun. That's my fishing joke for the day. Well, there is a catch. It's a very small catch, and that's like big net, $10. Small net, free. The big net only costs you money if you happen to like the fish that's inside that net better than the smaller net. The little net is always free, no matter what. Put the smaller net out there and then cast the bigger net around it, okay? And so you can at least see what you have to work with in both areas, and you get to look in and see all the different fish down there. If it was like a competition who catches the biggest fish and you get $100 and both nets are free to use, I would use both nets and totally pay the $10. If you have one that's pretty close to the size of the big one in the big net, you'd have to weigh out whether or not it was worth it to utilize the big net or just settle with your smaller fish in the little net for free. Listen, you don't have to accept my offer. You can take my offer and put it next to everybody else's offer and choose whether or not you want to use my offer. I thought I'd present this today because I know there's a lot of FSBOS out there. I try to explain this process to, and I feel like are missing out on money. They think they're leaving money on the table. They don't even have an offer yet. I'm bringing them an offer. They don't want to work with me. Out of fear of paying me a commission, they're not looking at the bigger picture or the net. Big fish, small fish. You decide. You decide. I'm always going to go with the bigger net. That's the basic principles of for sale by owners and fishing. Fishing. I mean, this is just a really cool hat I got at Walmart. Really like it. What do you guys think? My fiance hates it, but I love it. Little fish or a big one. So big I can barely hold it. Let's say here's my $10. I think I won.